inside the wondrous AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Tonight, a good one in the NFC. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Dallas Cowboys.
Please welcome your 2026 Dallas Cowboys.
Mike Tirico along with Greg Olsen. That's Brandon McManus to get this one underway. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. They are led out by their quarterback, Dak Prescott.
And we all know how talented this guy is, Mike, right? From the physical sense, that's obvious. But what really separates him, and it really came through when we had a chance to talk to him this week, is really his ability to operate from the neck up. His processing speed, his decision-making. It seems like he's always one step ahead of the defense, and when he's on, he's proven to be really hard to beat.
They'll run it for the first time with Javonte Williams.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains, they're nothing fancy, but they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 7. From the shotgun, it's Dak. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
And this one complete on the sideline. Good footwork to stay in bounds, but he is just shy of the 1st down, and that brings up 4th down.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
A fair catch signaled and taken at about the 18-yard line. The Green Bay offense set to go to work for the first time. And they're led by the man who waited his turn, the 2020 first-rounder, Jordan Love.
We had a chance to see him out on the field early in pregame, and I thought he looked really sharp. I thought he looked focused. We had a chance to talk to him earlier in the week, and he's excited for this opportunity today. He thinks he's got a chance to lead this offense and have a lot of success, and ultimately the #1 goal is to come out with a victory.
Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll work ahead for about 5 to the 25.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 25-yard line.
Here comes 2nd and 4. Love quickly out to Watson. Ooh, he gets free. Christian Watson. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 75 yards. Touchdown, Green Bay. A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg, to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play, run after catch.
Brandon McManus now to add the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Packers will take a 7-0 lead.
7, Cowboys 0.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Cavante Turpin on the return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready now for their second drive. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. We'll get a stoppage here. There is an injured Cowboy. The training staff going to look, and we'll step out for a moment. Second and 7. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. He'll get that to Javonte Williams. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
Brings up 3rd down.
Here's 3rd down and a few inches. They'll try to sneak it here. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 9. It's another run here for Williams. And he'll get forward for a couple. Way Walker, the linebacker, on the tackle.
A gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Here's 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. That's taken in. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
This is a really popular concept on 3rd down. It's good versus man, it's good versus zone. They call it mesh routes or drag routes. They want to create some traffic in the middle of the field and pop the receiver out the backside of the defense. But give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. They rallied to the ball and keeps them short from picking up the 1st down.
The Packers offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive, so try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Toward the middle, that one caught by Watson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 37-yard line.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd down and 3. From the gun, it's Love. A throw behind his man, can't reel it back in, and that'll go down as an incompletion.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
3rd down, 3 to go. Here's Love to throw. He's got a man. Watson. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
Packers first down. An 8-yard pickup. And a Packer first down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
They'll run out of the gun with Jacobs. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. They gain 18 yards on that one. Good for a Green Bay first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
They get an even 20 on that one. First down, Packers.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
They'll run with Jacobs. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
Devion Clowney brought him down. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Cowboys' 16-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Throwing is Love. Pass caught right side by Kraft. And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
They'll go with the sneak. And he's going to have the first down. Just past the marker. It is 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal, Green Bay.
Love. That one taken in. Middle of the end zone. Christian Watson. Touchdown, Packers. That's his 2nd touchdown tonight.
Tell you what, this offense has come out and they have completely dominated here in the early going, Mike. I mean, this has just been methodical, sustained, back-to-back drives right down the field. And then to finish in the red zone, man, you just can't draw it up any better than that.
Now it's McManus for the point after. He's got it. And the Packers will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now a return coming from the 14. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. And so far, not much has gone right. They've had it twice, punted twice. Looking to sustain something here on drive number 3. The drive begins with a run by Williams. Not much there, maybe a yard.
Devontae Bryant on the tackle. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap for Prescott. He'll find land. That's complete. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
Brings up third and
So he makes his
7.
first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
On third down, Prescott. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a fourth down.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
Fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20.
At their own
Here's Christian Watson and the rest of the Packer offense heading back onto the field. And what a start he's off to. You don't want to start prorating numbers out for 4 quarters, but fair to say, this defense is going to have to find some way to slow him down. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
We'll go play action with Love. Throw on the run is complete. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
This one is caught by Reed. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield. So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Packers on top. We're back to Arlington in a moment. We begin quarter number 2. The Packers have the football as they've got it with 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Love. To the left side in the hands of Watson. He'll be out of bounds. Decent pickup of 5 on first down.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
Running is Jacobs. And they'll take this down inside the 35. It's a pickup of 13 yards. Good for a Green Bay first down.
Packers first down.
It's not just the blockers creating yards for him out there. He created most of that yardage on his own, shrugging off the initial tackle attempt and continuing to rumble downfield.
He'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. He'll be stopped after a short gain to about the 30. Quinn Williams there to make the play.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Cowboys' 30-yard line.
2nd and 5. Once again, it's Jacobs. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
3rd down and 3. Love to throw. Here's a shot toward the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Jaden Reed. Touchdown, Green Bay. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
McManus on for the point after. The kick is good. And the Packers will take themselves to a 21-0 lead.
The
kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here's Turpin. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. On the play fake, Dak. A throw on the move is caught. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
At the 32-yard line.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Dak to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Jake Ferguson was the intended target, and it'll be 3rd down.
They just desperately need to get something positive going here, Mike. It just feels like they're a play away from really jump-starting everything they've talked about being good at throughout the course of the week's prep, and it's really been the inability to sustain drives. So critical 3rd downs, better on 1st and 2nd. Somewhere it's got to pop, and somebody's got to make a play.
And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
26 yards.
A big one there on 3rd down, good for 26 yards.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down, Mike. You can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
It's one of those balls where the quarterback wishes there was a string. The second it came out of his hand, he wished he could just pull it back, because from the moment it left his hand, that looked like a sure interception, and the only reason it wasn't because the defender just flat out dropped it.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Prescott now. A short throw caught by Ferguson. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
3rd and short. Prescott. He's got his tight end. That's Ferguson. They get 16 on that connection. 1st down. Cowboys.
For a Cowboys 1st down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
To the air again. Prescott. Now he takes off. Dak wisely hits the deck at the end, but he slides after picking up the first down.
This has been a great drive, and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one, thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs, and now he's going to have first and goal.
Pistol now for Prescott. He'll take off again, and he's into the end zone. Dak Prescott, touchdown, Dallas. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg, could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead, and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. He's got it. Cowboys get back in it. It is 21-7.
21. Cowboys 7.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Here's Christian Watson and the rest of the Packer offense heading back onto the field. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender at him, maybe. Look at what he's done. Whatever the defense has tried the first half, it hasn't worked. On play action, Love. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Now, Jacobs. Won't get a whole lot, maybe a yard, that's it.
Tackle at the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's third down.
They need 8 as they come up for third down. To throw is Love. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
The Cowboys offense ready to take over once more. They'll start with great field position up at their 45. They'll go with Williams. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
Dak can throw it here on first down. And they'll get about half of what they needed to pick up the 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 34-yard line.
A give, and here comes Williams. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Nate Hobbs in from his corner spot to make the stop.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 9-yard line.
Two minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back to Arlington at AT&T Stadium after this. On 2nd down, it's Dak. Good coverage there in the end zone, and is incomplete. Terrific work. They separated the man from the football, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And 8 yards to go.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd down. Long, incomplete. Coverage, outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot, and now it is 4th down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
A 26-yard attempt.
Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys cut the deficit a bit. The new score is now 21-10.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
Back out is Brandon Aubrey at the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. A return now from the 4. They get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line. Now it looks like we have an injured Packer player on the field. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Emmanuel Wilson. How about that? Quick feet there. Made a man miss. On his way to a nice pickup of 7.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game. Just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing it. Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
2nd down and 8. Love out quickly to Dobbs. That's timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their 2nd. And they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half. They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He'll try and get there on the ground. Packers going to use their final timeout now as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number 1.
Really nice job here, not only avoiding the rush on 3rd down, but quickly finding that crease, get downfield, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Love. Right side, catch made by Dobbs. And he's close to another 1st down. He's brought down just shy of the marker. So, halftime straight ahead, and we send it over to Scott Hansen, who has the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. Welcome back, everyone, for quarter number 3. Third quarter set to commence, and we're back underway here on EA Sports. This taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down. On the bootleg, it's Love. The open man is Reed. He's got it. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 35-yard line.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 2. A carry here for Wilson. And he'll manage to work this forward to the 37. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there on the stop.
Brought down at the 37-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll run the sneak. And he's going to have it up for the first down. They'll mark him up at the 39-yard
It's a
line.
gain of 2. That's good for a Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. Love quickly out to Watson. And he's going to be out of bounds, just shy of midfield. He had 2 touchdowns earlier, looking to see what he can do here in the second half. That grab gets them a first down.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And they're working together like this. That's the definition of teach tape. They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Here's a short one caught by Kraft. And they finally catch up with him, but it's a big play, taking it into the red zone.
A gain of 36
It is a
yards.
big-time play for the Packers. 36 yards.
A gain of 36
So it's man
yards.
coverage, Mike. You have to keep track of who your responsibility is. And in this case, he just drops him. He's wide open, short throws, turn into long runs, and they're inside the red zone.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Down at the 10-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On the ground, here's Wilson. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Good drive now faces a tough conversion. It is 3rd and long. Love. That is caught to the goal line and in. Romeo Dobbs. Touchdown, Packers. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Now it's McManus for the point after. His kick is good. And the Packers will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
Cowboys 10.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one brought in at the 16-yard line. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Cowboys offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Half 13. Williams gets it on the draw. And this will be a short pickup to about the 30. Way Walker, the linebacker, on the tackle.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They get the conversion in a big way. That's good for 29 yards.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play, winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
On play action, here's Dak. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
We're not real accustomed to seeing these sort of plays out of this guy. He's more of the dirty work, kind of behind-the-scenes role player, but tell you what, he keeps coming through for this offense, and he's going to find himself with a couple more touches.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. It'll be a run out of the gun with Williams. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 4. Now Prescott. That's complete. Left side to Pickens. And he will get into the end zone. George Pickens. Touchdown Cowboys.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. But if you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate, and great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
Aubrey now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Cowboys are able to cut the deficit. It's now 28-17. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Jordan Love and the rest of the Packer offense ready for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. To throw is Love. This is taken in by Dobbs. And And he's going to be taken down at the 37. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day.
Back-to-back targets, back-to-back completions. That one for 16 and the first down.
First and 10.
So far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. 1 yard gain. Brings up second and 9.
From the 46, here's second and 9. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. On second down, Love. He'll swing this one out to Wilson. And a good job rallying to the football. Holds him just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
Here's Love to throw. He's got a man. That's Watson. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
It's a gain of 30.
It is a big-time play for the Packers. And even 30 yards.
10 at the 15-yard line.
Pretty easy to see why he continues to be a main focal point for this offense throughout the entire game. That play not only extends the drive, but now they find themselves in plus territory and hope to come away with some points.
A dive for the end zone, but he loses the football. But this is taken in by a teammate. Now it is first and goal. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Here's a chance to put this game away. First down and goal. Wilson. And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Throwing on second down, under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10. Former third overall pick, Quinton Williams, getting in for the sack, and that's going to make it third and goal.
What started out as a promising drive seemed inevitable, Mike, with the way they were able to continue to move the ball, that they'd find themselves finishing with points. But after that second down sack brings up third and long, and this drive looks suddenly very different.
So the last two plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
You could tell that this defense was ready for this exact play call. They know that they're going to give their quarterback a chance both through the air and on the ground with his legs. They do a nice job stopping him short of the goal line to force fourth down.
Who wants it more here? 4th and goal from the 1. They'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get there. They stopped him at the goal line. It's a turnover on downs.
And what a job here by the defensive line. They've got to hold their ground. Any sort of push by the offense is going to result in a touchdown. But here, the defense comes through with a huge goal line stand, and they're able to keep this offense out of the end zone.
The Cowboys offense ready to take over possession of the football. They are backed up about as far as you can be, operating from their own 2-yard line. Drive begins with a run by Williams. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
Devontae Wyatt on the tackle. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 7-yard line.
2nd and 5. Here's Dak to throw. Completed right side to Ferguson. And he'll be brought down, but not before they move it up past the 30-yard line. They get 25 on that connection. That's good for a Dallas first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A first down.
This hasn't been his best game by any means, but what I really like, Mike, is regardless of the score, regardless of the time of the game, he is out there battling. He's doing everything in his power to chip away and see if he can get his team back in this game here in the 4th quarter. They've got to find a way to capitalize in this drive. Continue to cut into that deficit. Every possession is critical. Take advantage when you have the ball.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 3. Prescott again. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
On 3rd down, Prescott. And that is incomplete.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. Pistol now for Prescott. That's taken in, and he's going to get there. He's got the first down. What great awareness after the catch. He gets enough to move the chains.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
They'll throw again. Dak. He'll drop this down to Williams. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's a pickup of 3.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here, bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
That is Ferguson in motion. To the air again. Prescott. That's right side. He's got Ferguson. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
That's good for a
Defense does a
Cowboys
nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Again, Prescott to the air. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
Incomplete.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
On second down, it's down. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
Third down. And
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
To the outside, looked in by Lamb. And he's very close to a first down, out of bounds right at the marker. Spot is just a little short, so it is fourth down.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals, but in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So the field goal makes it a one-score game here in the fourth quarter as they kick it away. He'll start at the 4. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Jordan Love, the rest of the Packer offense, ready for their next possession. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. A run here with Wilson. And he's going to have a Packers first down as the tackle is made at about the 38-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards.
4-minute offense, Mike, so what does it mean? 1, make the defense use all of their remaining timeouts. 2, continue to pick up first downs, milk the clock. And then 3, if possible, finish with the ball in your hands.
On first down, it's Love. To the left side, he finds Kraft. He's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Brings up second and 9 at the 39-yard line.
Here now, second and 9 from the 39-yard line. On play action, Love. The open man is Reed. He's got it. And now the Cowboys are going to take a timeout. Talk things over before third down.
Brings up third.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their second. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. On the run, It's Wilson. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. Call it a gain of 13. First down, Packers.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
On the ground, it's Wilson. And that'll be a pickup of 3. And third and final timeout taken by the defense, so the 2-minute warning, the only clock stoppage they have left. Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down and 7. Now Love. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Second and 11. Here's Wilson, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So, it's a win here for the visiting Packers. They're able to get the job done in front of a hostile crowd as they come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Arlington.